guys, so what we're going to do is we are going to take this cabin drawing here, which has dimensions already. So we're going to take the floor plan and the elevations, and we're going to import them into Rhino so that we can create them in 3D. So we've already came here to save as, and we saved our CAD drawing to the desktop already. So now we are going to come over to Rhino. And now here we are on our Rhino screen. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to check our units. So we are going to take our units and we are going to change them into inches. And we're going to change this into feet and inches. We're going to say OK. We're going to go to our top view. And then we are going to go to File, Import. And we're going to select the cabin that we saved to our desktop. We're going to say Open. And these should both be in inches. Say OK. And then we're just going to double check this drawing to make sure everything's correct. As you can see, the dimensions kind of help us out a bit. So we're going to turn our ortho and these things here. So let's check this out. And so you see this is actually 4'3" like it's supposed to be. So that means that our dimensions are correct and our units are also correct. So now we're going to go over to perspective. And I'm going to show you how I like to flip up. I like to flip up my elevations to match the drawing, so that it's easier to create it in 3D and create our roof structure and our windows and walls and such. So the first thing I would do is I'm going to select what I need here. I'm going to turn on my gumball. And I'm also keep ortho on. So I'm just going to flip this upward. And then once I flip it, it's no longer a straight line from where it used to be. As you can see, half of it is underneath and half of it is on top. So I'm going to use the line command to draw a line from this corner as a reference because I know where it is. I'm just going to draw that straight across. And then I'm going to take my elevation that I created. I'm going to use the move command on that exact same corner but in elevation, because this corner here in plan is the same corner here but just in elevation. So I'm just going to move that upward to the intersection I should say. And now this elevation is perfectly in line with my floor plan here. So I could do this with each side. All I have to do is just move my line over to the other corner, because the corner is going to be, it's kind of a given, it's an absolute spot, because the corner in elevation is going to have to match the corner in plan. And so once again, I could just come here and I could flip this upward. And then I'm going to select everything from that elevation. I'm going to use the move command to bring my corner to the intersection spot. It didn't take my dimensions. And then you can just double check these afterwards, but they should be spot on as long as you create your line and you just use a good reference point for the drawing. As you see, everything's going to line up how it should. But sometimes things could go wrong. Just what makes you want to double check just to be sure. And so from here, now that all the elevations are already flipped up, you can look from each like elevation side, like the front, back, left, and right, that these things are going to line up perfectly with the floor plan. And so basically, there you have it. So what you would do is you just start building things up with your boxes from the actual floor plan where it actually is. But when it's time to punch your holes for your windows, that would be where the elevations standing up come into play, because everything that's happening in plan is happening in elevation. Only thing is that when it's time to, say for instance, create this door, this same line right here where the door is, once you extrude it across in plan, it lands in that exact same location, because this line is just gonna, if I were to draw this line to run across forever, once these walls are extruded up, that's exactly where this door would hit. And so in the other video where we actually create the cabin, you'll see how we utilize that technique to create our openings. Hope you guys enjoy.